If you're looking for a way to entertain mom with a meal and maybe cocktails at home for a relaxing weekend, be sure to add gin to the menu. John Newton is here in the Charlie Wilson KitchenAid kitchen with some delicious recipes. Great to have you back.
It's so good to be back.
Love supporting Castle and Key. Gin, who knew? It's kind of like, I felt like it went out of style for a little bit, but it's back.
I think that's right. And,
right?
You know, people think Kentucky, bourbon, obviously. We're trying to break the mold a little bit. And at the end of the day, like, gin is such a culinary spirit. It's complex, it's flavorful, it's bright. And what we do at Castle and Key, this is not your grandfather's juniper pine tree bomb gin. We're breaking the mold.
You said the key word there, it's complex. And I think sometimes people think then complicated. What do I make with it besides a gin and tonic?
So we're actually going to do kind of two gimlet riffs here today,
Ooh.
and I'll start mixing those up. But this is like a really simple base, and then you can kind of modify it as needed. We can go booze forward, we can go spritzy. Either way, it's going to be great.
You brought enough for the whole party here, like the entire studio.
You know how
Friday,
we operate. We're going to have a good time here.
You know how we operate here at Great Day Live.
So we're going to start off with one that is using Castle and Key Roots of Ruin, which is kind of our flagship gin.
Okay.
If you feel like having a little sample, I've got that
well,
there
you heard
for you, Claudia.
you heard my allergies. I need help for my allergies, right?
So we're going to go ahead and start building this one, and I'm going to double this recipe.
Oh, that smells delicious.
Rosemary, chamomile, lemon verbena, ginger. The juniper is much lighter on the back end, so it's definitely not going to be that super.
It's like a beautiful English garden.
I think that's a great way to put it.
You like that?
Yeah.
And so many distilleries just focus on bourbon. How unique is it for Castle and Key to focus on these other aspects like gin?
And especially, I think, to be doing it at the caliber that we are, it really sets us apart. We made the decision early on that we wanted to do everything 100% from scratch. So when you do that and you're doing bourbon, it takes a little time to age. But gin being as complex as it is, it really shows kind of our understanding of flavor. So we leaned into it. And
less of an aging process?
No aging. No aging. About
people don't know that.
From start to finish.
1 week? That's it?
Pretty much.
Wow.
Fermentation to botanical infusion.
Isn't that incredible?
We are doing true botanical infusion out there, which is one of the things that kind of separates us a little bit.
And because of the quick turnaround process, the fermenting, the making, everything, you're probably able, like you said, organically, naturally able to create so many different versions of it.
That's right. That's right. And so we have our kind of like 3 core gins. We have our Roots of Ruin, which is our flagship. We then have Rise, which is going to be our spring summer. There's a little taste on that one. It's much more, like you were talking grandma.
What did I have before?
So that's Roots of Ruin, and that's our flagship.
The flagship.
And
this is summer.
This is spring summer.
Spring
Rise.
summer.
Elderberry, lavender, galangal, Earl Grey tea, a little bit of wintergreen in there. Think like grandma's garden on this.
I can smell the Earl Grey.
Oh yes.
I love teas, so you can definitely smell that. Which really makes it fun when you're mixing a cocktail because of probably what you're going to put into it to bring out the flavors of.
Absolutely. So what I'm kind of doing over here, this is the first cocktail using that Roots of Ruin gin. I'm muddling some mint and cucumber.
Okay.
I just love that combination. It ends up being like very kind of like cooling, refreshing, and it plays really well with the rosemary and the kind of like the chamomile on our
and other things for you to do with mint besides the mint julep.
That's right. You know, when you're looking for something to do with that leftover, the leftover mint, this is the perfect solution.
That's a really good idea.
So, in addition to what we put in there for the mint and the cucumber,
I've got lime juice, John.
Simple syrup, and now we muddled our botanicals. We're going to go ahead and shake it up.
Okay. Good shake. And I mentioned off the top, this is something, I think it would be really nice, like if the weather's going to cooperate on Sunday, to have a little something lovely outside for mom, right? Something that all guests can enjoy and something that is uniquely different because we do get through Derby and we may be a little bourboned out.
Yep.
I don't know if you are, right? And you need something light and refreshing. This is a beautiful take. And, you know, you're celebrating Kentucky with something that's from Castle and Key, just down the road. You're part of Frankfort, Nelson County, or are you just out of Franklin County, I should say?
Frankfort, Woodford County.
Frankfort, Woodford County.
Right there in the line. Technically Millville, but you drive right through Millville.
I always tell people near Frankfort.
That's right. And so I wanted to present these 2 different ways. So this is our kind of like more like classic gimlet, booze forward. We're going to garnish this with a little bit of cucumber there as well. And then on this one, think more like poolside sipper, exact same base, only we're going to top it with some soda water.
Some soda water.
And we're going to go ahead and throw our little mint garnish on this one. And give it a twist as
Oh,
well.
that's beautiful.
So,
Absolutely
what are you
beautiful.
thinking, boost forward or spritzy?
I'm thinking this one.
All right.
Right, the gimlet version, right?
Cheers.
Oh, yum, right?
You get the mint, you get the lime, the rosemary,
It's delicious.
right? Yeah,
That is absolutely delicious. It's kind of in between spring and summer.
that's right.
And
Claudia,
light enough that you're not going to knock mom out of her chair.
You know, a couple of
It's
these, she'll be having a
delicate.
good time.
Yes,
Absolutely.
it's absolutely delicate, right? And I feel like this is just such a nice slice of what you can enjoy and learn more about everything that you all have at the distillery when you come to visit. Because I feel like
Absolutely.
it's going to be a distillery experience unlike anybody else because you have the gin offerings.
Without a doubt. We are probably, we really define ourselves as kind of the most hospitable distillery out
Yeah.
there. That was the tradition that was started by Colonel E.H. Taylor back in the 1800s, and we're definitely continuing that today. And we have some amazing offerings coming up too. And it doesn't matter if you're a bourbon drinker, a gin drinker, a vodka drinker, if you don't drink at all. We have something that's going to just really make this place shine at the end of the day.
And as well as the beautiful grounds to walk around, which I think
Absolutely.
are some of the most incredible views, properties, space that you've ever seen because it literally looks like a castle.
It is a literal castle, botanical trail that's just really in full bloom right about now. And if you're looking for a last second experience for your mother this Mother's Day, we actually have we're calling it John and Jen, and it's not this
Not
John.
you, John.
John Karloftis, our amazing gardener. John Karloftis Fine Gardens. He is going to be offering kind of like a personalized garden tour, along with a little mixology class, small bites, and it's running today and tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow, tickets still available for that.
That's right.
He is renowned. He's featured in Garden and Gun. He's featured in Town and Country. He's everywhere.
Southern Living. Yeah,
Southern
you
Living.
name it,
He is
such an amazing.
He's
talent.
premier. He's certainly. What else are you making?
All right.
What is happening?
You know, I'm just going to keep
What
mixing
are you,
here.
what are
I'm
you
just going to
mixing?
keep going.
Welcome to the Great Day Alive bar, right? What is this?
So-
is this the extra after we've all enjoyed this at
That's-
the party
like
at
I
the
said,
Mother's
I'm
Day?
trying to make sure you guys have a good time today. So this is going to be with the Rye Seasonal Gin. We're doing a blueberry basil gimlet on this one. So kind of like the same
Excellent.
proportions and everything. And this time we're muddling blueberry, basil, but it's still going to be the lime juice, simple syrup. But then the Rye's gin, that's going to be more elderberry, lavender, galangal, Earl Grey, that side of things. So we'll throw a little ice in here. And give it a
Love
little
this with the
shake.
blueberry. I can only imagine what flavors it's going to bring out,
Oh yeah.
right? And are these your main ones, or are you all already working on different ones
Oh, we
for the
always have
future?
something's
up your
in the
sleeve.
works. Always little teasers coming down the line too for some on-site experimental releases. But these are going to be the ones that are really readily available
Okay.
around town, and you can find them at all the local retailers.
You don't have to go to Castle and Key to get the gins. You can purchase them here in town as well.
That's right, absolutely. Liquor Barn, Total Wine and More, Kroger. If you have a favorite little local retailer, we are readily available here.
I love the idea how you've made two different versions of this because the sipping styles or the event or the party or whatever, it gives you more ideas on how to mix for the weekend. And easily, I think with these, the ones that are almost like more spritzers with the soda water, the club soda, that's something fine into summer. You could batch that up bigger.
Oh,
For a
absolutely.
larger group.
And batch it up, throw it in your Stanley, sitting by
Yeah.
the pool or on the golf course, like whatever it is, it's going to play really, really well. And look at the nice, like light pink color that that's.
Very beautiful.
This is going to be perfect for Mother's Day. And let's do a little basil garnish on these.
Do you have these recipes on your website at Castle and Key?
We do, yeah.
Okay.
If you're looking for cocktail inspiration, please go to castleandkey.com.
Because you went through it so well, but if people can't remember it, you just need to go to castleandkey.com for more information, recipes, tours. Please take advantage of that event happening for Mom to tour the gardens with John Karloftis today and tomorrow. Cheers, my friend.
Jen and
Great to
John.
see
Cheers.
you. Wonderful. Cheers. Hey, go for more information. Just head on over to castleandkey.com.